This looks like bedrock for sure. This isn't laid rock. It's been, chiseled away.
The shape is strange. I mean, that's a given.
Everything's strange about it. It's not natural.
Remember all the buzz about Oak Island? The team has just uncovered something incredibly, a hidden away hatch buried beneath the island's surface. But before we dive into what they found, you won't believe these unbelievably transformations. What could be lurking away down there? Could it be artifacts from centuries past, or perhaps clues to the island's legendary way secrets? Join us as we explore this shocking discovery and unravel the mysteries of Oak Island. Strange lights at Oak Island in the middle of Nova Scotia. Rick and Marty Lagina, along with their eager team, are on a quest to solve the long-standing puzzle of Oak Island. Not to mention that time they caught some strange lights, something that left nothing to the imagination. Just try not to gasp when we show that one. It all started with the appearance of an old map, one that seemed to point to them toward a newly discovered hatch. The team buzzed with anticipation, wondering if this could be the breakthrough they needed. Could this discovery bring them away closer to Oak Island's legendary riches, or could it lead them into even greater danger? As they delved into the island's deepest mystery, the excitement only grew. Gathered around our large table in a dimly lit room, Rick, Marty, and their teammates discussed local legends with Doug Crowell. They were joined by Zaina Halpin, an expert on the Knights Templar, who shared her findings with contagious enthusiasm. Here research hinted at answers that might finally unlock Oak Island's secrets. But that wasn't the most surprising part. Zaina revealed two ancient maps and a mysterious away code. The first map amazed everyone with its date 1179. Marked in Roman numerals. It clearly pinpointed Oak Island between latitudes 46 and 47. The most intriguing detail was a mark labeled Rodon over Oaka Island, which Zaina believed referred to New Ross, a site linked to Henry Sinclair's famous voyage to Nova Scotia in 1398. The room buzzed with excitement and curiosity. Could these maps be the keys to uncovering Oak Island's legendary treasures? Zaina's revelations reignited the team's passion, pushing them to dig even deeper for answers. As they studied these ancient clues, it became clear that Oak Island's mystery was far from solved. With renewed determination, the team launched into an intense exploration, leaving no stone unturned. Every step brought them closer to the truth, pushing them deeper into the unknown. They faced challenging terrains and unexpected obstacles, but their resolve only grew stronger. The bond between Rick, Marty, and the team solidified as they shared a common passion and a steadfast belief in the possibilities that Oak Island held. But this wasn't the most surprising part. The mysterious island might have ties to the Knights Templar, a powerful historical group. Some theories suggest that a Templar fort was built there in the 1300s by Prince Henry Sinclair, a Scottish knight. Zaina Halpin's research suggested that the Templars might have arrived on Oak Island centuries before Sinclair, hinting at an even older connection to this mysterious group. Zaina's maps became the focal point in unraveling this complex puzzle. One map depicted all of Nova Scotia, while another, a French map from 1347, held particular interest. This older map, adorned with French annotations, hinted at a French presence on the island during that time. It mentioned geographic features like a basin and a dam, which matched findings by other researchers. Curiously, the map also included phrases like Oak and a year, pointing directly to a famous treasure site on Oak Island. Other cryptic words like Ancorso and Valve added to the island's mystique, suggesting there was much more to discover. Energized by these findings, the team pressed on, driven by the belief that the truth lay buried, waiting to be unearthed. This belief challenged their understanding of the island's history, pushing them to consider the possibility that the Knights Templar might have been there way before Henry Sinclair. What clues, treasures, or hidden structures could they have left behind? But this wasn't the only surprise. The team's enthusiasm soared as they engaged with Zena's discoveries and studied the maps. They were determined to solve the enduring mystery of Oak Island, a puzzle that had puzzled treasure hunters for generations. The promise of new discoveries kept them motivated, hopeful that they might soon reveal the island's secrets. As they compared the maps with the island's actual geography, searching for alignments and anomalies, their conviction grew. These mysterious elements, they believed, were the keys to decoding Oak Island's long-standing enigma. Rick Lagina, a core member of the team, understood the challenges that lay ahead. Although uncertain about the accuracy of Zena's findings, they were committed to examining every clue and story surrounding the island's history. Zena's research seemed particularly solid, making it impossible for Rick to ignore. Every step forward brought them closer to potentially history-changing revelations. Rick, Marty, and their team investigated a strange depression in the ground near Dave's house, thinking it could be an important lead. Jack, another team member, took the initiative to compare the old map with a new satellite image. Surprisingly, the map's boundaries matched perfectly with the island's current shores. Even more remarkably, the map roughly depicted Dave's driveway and home, hinting at a connection between the historical document and the island's current geography. Jack warned that they still didn't know exactly what they were looking for, signaling a need for more clues to guide their search. However, there was a promising development. Both the old map and the satellite image highlighted an unusual spot to a potential location for the mysterious hatch that had sparked countless rumors about Oak Island. But this wasn't the only surprising thing. Dave's excitement was contagious as the evidence suggested that the legends of a hidden hatch might be true. The team's enthusiasm surged as they considered the possibility that the map was genuine and that the marked spot could be the elusive hatch they had been searching for. They eagerly anticipated uncovering what lay beneath it, hoping to finally solve the mysteries of Oak Island. David Blankenship was particularly encouraged when he saw that an old map matched perfectly with a modern satellite photo. He urged Jack Bigley to bring a metal detector, sparking new enthusiasm in their search, driven by the belief that they were on the verge of finding the long-rumored hatch. The horrifying ancient tunnel. The team's discussions buzzed with speculation about what the hatch might reveal. It could lead to the infamous money pit or something even more valuable that had been hidden for centuries. Marty Lagina remarked that Thesa was one of the strangest and most intriguing finds they had come across on the island. Their excitement grew as they approached the target area, fueled by the possibility of remarkable discoveries waiting for them. Upon reaching the marked spot, they examined the area closely, the ground almost vibrating with the promise of something extraordinary beneath. Jack carefully scanned the area with a metal detector, the team watching in silent anticipation, waiting for any sign that would confirm the presence of the hatch. In a critical moment during their search, Jack's detector made contact with something significant, stopping him in his tracks. His face lit up with excitement. Could this be the moment they had been waiting for? Could they have finally found the elusive hatch that had evaded treasure hunters for centuries? As the team gathered around, filled with awe and curiosity, Jack resumed his careful investigation, determined to uncover what secrets lay hidden under Oak Island. What would they find beyond this hidden door? What secrets awaited them? Only time would reveal the answers hidden deep within Oak Island. As a new day dawned, Rick, Marty, and their team, joined by archaeologist Laird Niven, moved toward a peculiar square-shaped opening on the western side of the island. This discovery might be the key to solving the long-standing mystery of Oak Island. The crucial question they faced was whether the hatch was man-made or of ancient origin. If proven true, it would be a significant breakthrough for the Lagina brothers in their quest to solve the island's mystery. As Laird examined the hatch, he noticed signs of human intervention. Some stones had been deliberately moved, while others were loosely arranged, suggesting intentional construction. Marty speculated that the hatcher might be an entrance to a tunnel, noting signs that at least one side here could lead to a corridor. However, more exploration was needed, including obtaining a permissions and clearing the area of small trees, to fully uncover the potential of this intriguing discovery. Marty confidently told the team Thea would stick to all the rules and ask Headway if using a small hand shovel for digging was acceptable. Even though getting Thea required permissions would take more time and effort, Rick and Marty both agreed it was important to keep the authorities informed. They believed involving the Canadian government would help them study the site more thoroughly in the long run. Rick and Marty were committed to searching for treasure responsibly and with a scientific approach. They chose to involve the government, showing their dedication to exploring Oak Island carefully, with respect for both the environment and the island's historical significance to them. Oak Island wasn't just a possible treasure site, it was a national treasure that Manu held dear. They aimed to protect the island while exploring it, always following the correct procedures and working with the authorities to preserve its integrity. Their methods were very different from the careless and harmful approaches of treasure hunters in the past. The Lagina brothers were determined to use modern technology and proper archaeological techniques to carry out their excavations. Their goal was to uncover the island's history and protect its environmental importance. One sunny morning on Oak Island, Rick and Marty gathered their team by the shore to meet with Dan Blankenship, an expert on the island's hidden treasures. Dana had spent nearly 50 years collecting clues about the treasure, including maps, photos, and stories from treasure hunters of the 1800s. His home was like a small museum, filled with historical artifacts. The basement, in particular, was fascinating. Lined with maps and notes that offered a glimpse into past treasure hunts. Dan had a wealth of knowledge, with countless stories about the treasure hunt passed down through generations. His enthusiasm was contagious, and his insights gave the team a better chance of finding the treasure. In the early 1930s, Melbourne Chappell, a determined treasure seeker, sketched out the Money Pit area, convinced he had found the original pit. He and his father, William, started building a secret tunnel, hoping it would lead them straight to the treasure. However, their efforts were ruined when a flooded tunnel filled their shaft with seawater. This year, Marty and Rick discovered traces of Chappell's failed excavation while drilling away in Valley 3. This discovery led to a team meeting to plan their next steps. Marty was concerned about the location of their third drilling site. The team debated, with differing opinions on the best spot to drill next, making their decisions even more complicated. But just when they thought they had figured things out, another challenge arose. As they waited for an important piece of equipment, they knew they had to make quicker and smart decisions. Careful planning was crucial as they faced the ongoing challenges of their treasure hunt on Oak Island. While waiting to continue their work at the Money Pit, Rick, along with island historian Charles Barkhouse and explorer Jack Bigley, sought the help of stonemasons to investigate Nolan's cross. They focused on the headstone, where significant findings had been made by Freda Nolan in 1981. Fred had discovered 5 large, cone-shaped stones arranged in a cross, raising a curiosity about what might lie at its center. The team explored the idea that Nolan's cross was not just a random arrangement but a meaningful design, possibly representing the Tree of Life, a symbol of ancient wisdom. This theory gained strength as they found more stones around the cross, suggesting a deliberate pattern. Despite all their discoveries, there was still much more to uncover. Crafted stones of Oak Island. Their investigations at Nolan's cross might reveal historical artifacts or evidence of human craftsmanship, hinting at the deeper meanings and stories embedded in Oak Island's landscape. Despite the uncertainties, the team was determined to keep researching. hoping to uncover significant insights about the island's past. All 5 granite stones at Nolan's Cross were strikingly similar in shape and size. The team began to speculate, had they stumbled upon a stone that was almost perfect for their needs, requiring just minor adjustments? Or was it possible that someone had intentionally moved the stone to this location? Other stonemasons, Mark Fortier and Mike Welling, noticed something unusual. This particular stone was smoother than any natural granite they had ever seen. This observation raised intriguing questions about the stone's origin and made them wonder whether it had been shaped by human hands rather than being a natural formation. This particular stone was situated at the base of Nolan's Cross, right in the heart of Oak Island, a property owned by Fred Nolan's family. The location of this stone made it even more significant. Its smooth, polished surface stood in stark contrast to the rough, rugged granite typically found in nature. This difference suggested that the stone had been deliberately crafted and placed, adding another layer of mystery to the site. Rick Lagina, one of the key figures in the exploration, believed that this discovery was critical. The stones of Nolan's Cross seemed to have been transported from a great distance and arranged with great precision. The smooth base of the rock, compared to its rougher sections, indicated that the stone had been intentionally modified, possibly by skilled hands. A few days later, Rick Lagina, along with an authority member, met with Terry Div to discuss a peculiar stone that Terry had identified, which hadn't drawn much attention from others. Terry recalled inviting Rick, Craig Tester, and Davey Blankenship to Overton, a town located 144 miles away west of Oak Island, the previous year. There, he had shown them centuries-old statues featuring a prominent Christian symbol, a circular cross. This symbol seemed to link Peggy's Cove with Oak Island, despite the significant geographical distance between the two locations. Terry had discovered this stone 4 years earlier while he was examining ancient walls, foundations, and carvings in the area. The stone caught his attention immediately because it appeared to have been crafted by a human hands rather than being a natural rock formation. This realization led Terry to dig deeper into its significance. But this wasn't the only detail that captured their interest. As the team examined the stone more closely, they noticed that it had features resembling a mouth and nose, and these features were oriented toward the sea. Terry also observed that smaller rocks beneath the main stone suggested it had been intentionally altered and carefully placed in its current location. The shape of the stone seemed to emphasize its facial features, and the differences in texture indicated that it had been cleaned or polished to enhance its appearance. During their exploration, the team made to another exciting discovery, a hidden hatch. This find added an extra layer of excitement and speculation about the stone's origins, its purpose, and the identity of its creators. Could this intricately carved rock hold the key to unraveling Oak Island's enigmatic past? These finding, along with the other evidence the team had collected, suggested that Oak Island and its surrounding areas held deeper and more complex mysteries than anyone had previously imagined. The team's careful and detailed examination of each stone, inscription, and artifact reflected their unwavering determination to uncover these mysteries, and no matter how challenging the task might be. But the story didn't end. After a tense and suspenseful period, a steel caisson finally arrived on the island. This piece of equipment was crucial because it had the potential to reveal the wooden structure that Rick and Craig Tester had observed 2 years earlier. Historical records seemed to confirm the presence of wood at the site they had predicted, which supported their theory. Marty Lagina emphasized how important it was to prove that they had indeed reached the vault. He felt confident that they were on the verge of a major discovery and was eager to get confirmation that this was the vault they had been searching for. However, this wasn't the final hurdle they would face. The Lagina brothers soon found themselves at odds over what to do next. Marty was keen to continue digging, AA believing that they had only grazed the surface of the structure and that more work was needed to fully uncover it. On the other hand, Riku advocated for a pause in the excavation. He was concerned that continuing without careful consideration might cause damage to the site's historical or archaeological value. Riku argued for a more detailed investigation, one that would balance the need for excavation with the importance of preserving the site's integrity. This approach was in line with the team's overall methodical strategy for uncovering Oak Island's secrets, a strategy that emphasized patience and careful analysis over hasty action. As the team deliberated on how to proceed with their investigation of the mysterious wooden structure, they faced some tough decisions. The significant costs involved added to the pressure, especially considering the large team and expensive equipment they had at their disposal. The brothers debated whether to take an aggressive approach, which might yield faster results but could also lead to risks, or to proceed with more caution. To help guide their decision, they consulted Charles Barkhouse, who emphasized the importance of making decisions based on solid evidence rather than rushing into action. Meanwhile, Marty saw this as an opportunity to dig deeper, believing that they were close to uncovering something significant. But the tension continued to build, with the possibility of a